Welcome to Focus Asia from our studios in Hong Kong. I'm Shakuntala Santharan. The issue of corporal punishment in schools, whether to discipline children through the use of force, has been hotly debated by legislators, educators and parents all over the world. Corporal punishment takes many forms, from a slap on the wrist right through to being caned. Although banned in many countries, corporal punishment remains legal in some parts of India. But critics argue it is used to excess. And as Mark New found out, sometimes with devastating consequences.
Just a few years ago, it was a common and legal practice, corporal punishment. Arti Saroj hasn't forgotten. When as an 11-year-old student she failed to do her homework, her teacher grabbed a stick and beat her unconscious.
The teacher didn't listen to what I had to say. She just started hitting me.
When I heard my daughter was unconscious, I started thinking about how we had raised her and loved her, and now we had lost everything.
Arti survived, but soon after dropped out of school.
That this is the major cause of dropout from schools. Because any child who is beaten, he would not like to go back to school. There are many cases, only 0.1% are reported, even less. But it's happening to hundreds of children every day.
Kusum Jain has been investigating corporal punishment in schools for nearly a decade. She says these wooden sticks are either used by teachers to strike students or by children serving as class monitors to keep other kids in line. Kusum has won a few battles, as in the case of Rakesh Sonpal. 6 years ago, Rakesh broke school rules by bathing in a water tank. He says the vice principal caught him, beat him repeatedly, and dragged him around naked.
He dragged me out in front of the students and told them to say shame, shame, shame. He beat me up in front of them and humiliated me. I feel dejected because since then I've had to abandon my studies.
Rakesh's mother is still traumatized by the memories. She also says a teacher hit another one of her sons, Neeraj, just a few months ago.
Even after so many years, there has been no solution to this problem.
Rakesh's family and Kusum took the case to court. Though they've yet to be compensated, they did bring about a landmark ruling. The Delhi High Court ruled that India is a signatory to the United Nations Convention on Child Rights, so it should adhere to those principles. The court directed the state to ensure that school children are not subject to corporal punishment and educated in an environment free from fear. But is the order being followed? To find out, we visited a Delhi school. There, a teacher was holding a familiar stick. We're not sure what he needed it for, but a colleague soon tried to hide it from our camera. There were also children with sticks in their hands. Have those sticks. What are those? Can you ask? When we asked one of the teachers what the sticks were used for, he replied, "What sticks? Show me." We then showed the sticks to children at another government school. Some said teachers had struck them with the sticks. Others told us they had hit other children with them. The principal denies the allegations. So you're 100% sure teachers here do not strike children?
No, in my school, there is no such problem.
But there's another thing where teachers often give those sticks to other kids so that the kids hit the kids. Is that practice here?
No allowed a stick. We cannot take the stick. There is no stick to the teacher.
The discrepancies between educators and children grow larger in Delhi's slums. These children from society's lowest caste, the Dalits, are receiving extra academic coaching from a non-governmental organization called Kisle. How many of them have been hit before in class? Almost half say they have been hit by their teachers.
They hit me on the hand, the cheek, and sometimes the back. They also say things like, "You kids came out of the slums, you dress so filthy and never wash your face."
They kicked me and hit me. I didn't do my work, so I was beaten. I told my parents and they said I must have done something wrong.
The head of the NGO agrees that parents often believe corporal punishment is normal. But for those who don't, he has this advice. The only successful challenges against abusive teachers he's witnessed come through organized efforts.
If single parent is going to the school, they are getting harassed. Their children are getting harassed. They get less marks and they get threatened that you will be thrown out of the school. But if they go in a group with a collective demand, so school authority, and because there is a power balance between parents and the school authority.
Rajendra Kumar, the director of education of the Delhi administration, told us he was surprised to hear how many claims of corporal punishment we had come across in just a few days.
These kind of reports are very rare. I mean, out of 4,000 schools, 2-3 reports per annum. But beyond that, if you have that feeling, probably we need to have a relook at the whole system.
And he rejected the notion of beating sticks being used extensively in schools.
This problem is not in Delhi as far as my knowledge goes. I mean, as I said, there are stray incidents. But if we take it as, let's say this is the common practice or this is the general practice, that is not there in Delhi.
The situation in Delhi is believed to be better than other parts of the country. Take, for example, the southern state of Tamil Nadu. The Education Department's Rule 51 says corporal punishment shall not be inflicted in school except in a case of moral delinquency such as deliberate lying, obscenity of word or act, or flagrant insubordination, and then it shall be limited to 6 cuts on the hand.
We have come to know about 40 cases of suicides that have taken place in the last 2 years.
How many are directly related to corporal punishment?
All of them. If you take corporal punishment to include physical and mental abuse, it is a combination of physical and mental torture. In fact, corporal punishment is a very simple word. The word is torture.
One case that recently brought the issue back into the spotlight was that of Ramu Abhinav. His parents found their 16-year-old son's body hanging from a ceiling fan in his room. Are you 100% sure that corporal punishment led to this boy's suicide?
It's not 100%, it's 200%. We have submitted the report to the government. The government has not responded to us. They've just sent letters back saying we're looking at the matter.
Things should not happen to any other children.
Ramu's parents say their son was a cheerful and affectionate boy who did not show any signs of turmoil within.
See how he close and smiling there. You cannot miss his smile. Oh.
But on June 12, 2003, they returned home to a horrifying scene.
We saw him hanging, and he was blue in color when we came. That was the scene.
And Ramu left behind a note.
He said, "I'm very sorry, Mummy, I should not have done this. I'm doing this because of the school. Nobody should cry for my death. In the next generation, I want to be your son. I'm very sorry." It was a note he did.
Ramu's father, Saranga Honey, says Ramu did tell him about a beating he received a day earlier for getting low scores in math.
Though the teachers are very harsh with the students in this particular school, even then, we cannot blame the teachers right away because it is the management. They give instructions to be harsh with the students and to get the result, not to get the good results.
That's one of the worst schools that can exist because they have a dark room where they take you there and commit all types of ill treatment.
The principal of Velamas School, which Ramu attended, declined to be interviewed on camera. Instead, he sent us a statement denying any beating allegations or the existence of a dark room. Ramu's parents say they have heard nothing from the police and have never even had the opportunity to file a charge sheet, nor have they heard anything from the school. Sarangapani says it may be easy for school officials to believe it's just one less student.
Imagine what would be our feelings if we lose a boy like him. Had he grown up, he would have been a very good person for society.
Coming up,